do you how do you get buy-in for that? I mean, has it been a
Wow.
lot of selling
Our
or
community is very
right?
different.
It is
you're
way
choosing
different.
to come here, and
Right.
so you already want it.
Did you have parents sign contracts?
Yeah, but those are
You don't need
worthless.
to. Well, they're worthless too.
They're
but-
garbage. I mean, you might as well.
But
you're
in our
running a public
community where
school,
parents don't know that they're supposed to be spending time in the classroom,
Do it.
they're going to be valuable for
Home
us.
family agreement. They're
Right.
use ours. And
Okay.
They can sign it. Whatever you
Yeah.
want. Yeah. Don't.
I think we have one. I think we have one already
20
typed up.
hours.
It's like, yeah, 15.
Blah blah blah. But I mean, the people who contribute. I mean, most people are done with their hours already. It's not a stress. I mean, people are here. They're.
So you get parents in. Do you schedule for when parents are allowed to be in here helping in the classroom?
So we don't have any restriction on when people can come and visit a class.
Okay.
There's something wrong about saying you can't come in and look.
That's right.
There's something wrong about it on a lot of levels.
Yes.
So we don't do that. But what we do, when it comes to working in the room, it's got to be coordinated.
Okay.
Teacher
Right.
at a back to school night puts out, a sign up like
Okay.
these are the days. This is what. Do you want help with math? We're doing it
Okay.
at this time, this day, whatever
Okay.
it is. And that's generally it.
So
But then
you're
when they
letting
have
the
specific
teachers do
requests-
their own sign-ups.
Very important.
Okay.
When we interviewed, we said, you need to manage this. Are you going to be able to manage it?
Okay.
That's your job.
Okay.
Because it's a real thing. People are going to want in here.
Okay.
And if I have to manage it, that's not going to work.
Okay.
So
That's true.
You manage it how you want. They're a resource. Use them as such. So,
Great. That's a
you've
great
gotta
idea.
have a balance of autonomy. Our teachers have a lot of freedom. Not to do make up crazy rules and to do crazy stuff, but curricular freedom, flexible design, everything that they, anything that they want to do,
Because if you're hiring the right teachers, then then you've got the teachers that are capable of autonomy.
Maybe their capacity isn't necessarily what I look for. Desire.
Because PD takes care of capacity.
It can. You got to have the base. You got to have the right size bucket. You got to
Right.
be right. And
Right.
then we'll definitely fill you up with what you need, and you use it as.
So there's not a whole lot of project-based schools here in California. There are some popping up, but you pulled your teachers from various backgrounds and not from necessarily having the project base. That's why the PD was so essential.
Well,
How did you find that they
Have a
adapted?
systematic approach to your projects,
okay.
so you're not.
Okay.
Or I've worked in project-based schools, and they're not. And these were, they were around for a while, and they're great, and they're not great because they're systematic. They're great because people are great. But when great people leave, they leave great big holes.
Right.
So that's not what we wanted to do.
Right.
Our systems are really critical, because when you do a project in first grade and second grade, they go the same way.
Right.
You have the same components. You start the same
Right.
way. And
Right.
And there's a culmination, there's a presentation,
Right.
and there's a product.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you without that, how do you know who's doing it? It's hard to assess kids. It's hard to
Right.
assess teachers. It's hard.
Okay.
Because then
So what you're saying is that it's essential to have a systematic approach to the project-based learning, that
Absolutely.
school-wide
Whatever the
everybody
system
is
is.
on the
Exactly.
same system, so that so that there is blending from grade to grade, transition.
Sure. So it's not every year, because a lot of the work when everybody came in was teaching kids about projects and how to do a project. But that we want to be less and less.
So how long did that
Here.
take?
Again, our first presentation was
One
30
day.
days. So,
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, it didn't take that long. I mean, kids like to do stuff.
They do.
This is what they want to do.
They do.
So.
They do. And it's kind of fascinating because home life is based on projects. I mean, what project are we going to do today, and how are we going to do it, and did this work for us or didn't it work for us? So, when it's interesting that our
We've gone
education
so far
doesn't,
from that.
and that what we know at home that works, it's like anything to do anti what works at home in the education facility,
Well, it became
including hours and hours worth of homework.
what
instead of
happened
chores.
is the schools went from one-room schoolhouse, which was
Right.
more like home.
Right.
We adapted the factory model.
Right.
And that's
exactly.
kinda
Which I've seen that
know,
Dr.
that
Ed,
one, yeah.
Dr. Ted. Who was that? Have you seen that?
that?
It's so good about ADHD and about factory, how our school systems were set up as factories,
They
and
actually
we
were
stamped
designed
them
like
by
factories.
stamped kids by age instead of by learning ability and
Yeah.
and how they learn.
Well,
And,
he's making an analogy, but I'm being
Well, it's
dead
true.
serious.
No,
is that they
it's
were
true.
designed after Ford's model of a
Well, yes,
factory.
no, that's what he
Yeah.
said. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And even our cafeterias are designed like how many kids can we fit into this space?
Yeah, so it's hard to change that too, because there's also a perception of a heyday in American education. This heyday that never existed.
No.
It really just it just wasn't there. There was never this, and everybody seems to have this nostalgia.
So they think that if we could just go back to the '60s where
it was just like
education
when
was
I was
good.
at school, I turned
Yeah.
out okay.
Yeah. Right.